Hey, what's up, man? So today I got something super special for y'all, man. We got Big Mike back on the platform. Big Mike, what's up?
What's going on, big homie? You cool?
Not much, man. Doing good, man. Now, how have you been, man? Since our last interview went crazy out there on social media, how you been doing?
I've been chilling, just living everyday life, trying to, keep my mental sane, keep everybody in our way, just doing what I do. I got about 4 more months left on parole, so the turn up coming real soon.
Yeah, man. Last time we talked, it was a couple more months. It was like 7 months, right? And now we're looking at 4 months, man. We fingers crossed. We praying for you, man. And ain't no need for that because you about your business, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I ain't trying to play.
Now, Big Mike, you're one of the most well-known drill rappers or people associated with drill rap out of Chicago. I got to give you your kudos, man. A lot of people, your name is always out there big or like that. They're going to say I'm glazing, but I got to get a props. But anytime there's a situation that's humongous, national news coverage and things like that, I got to get your opinion. So today I had to come and ask you about this whole Melo Bucks shooting situation. So just to preface this, there was a mass shooting casualty in Chicago just the other night, and it was involving a rapper by the name of Melo Bucks. Now, Melo Bucks is a drill rapper, but she's also a female. So there's a whole nother twist to this thing, and a lot of things are playing out in the media. Now, the shooting happened at about 11:30 p.m., and it was at the corner of Chicago and Franklin at a place called Artist Lounge. Now, Melo Bucks was having her mixtape release party, and she had some folks in there with her. I mean, some guys or some members or whatnot, people she's associated with, right?
Right.
Ooh. And Melo Bucks, for all intents and purposes, plays the same game in her music that a lot of the dudes play, as far as dissing dead people, dissing people and things like that. So it's just a mix of right place, wrong time, and the right opportunity for some bad actors. And a shooting took place where 2 men were killed, 2 women were killed, 18 people shot, and the whole nation is watching to see what's going on. Big Mike, I'd love to take your position on this or hear what you got to say about the whole situation. So go ahead. Let me know what you think about this, Big Mike.
First of all, my condolences. If people died out there, and I don't know if nobody died. It was a mass shooting. A lot of people got shot. I think, as a matter of fact, I heard like 4 people died. I don't know. Different platforms post different stuff, so you really ain't gonna get the real story unless it come out on the news or something like that. But my condolences to everybody that was involved in that situation. Then at the same time, though, that's still another prime example of people letting their guards down. They get too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? If you on the internet, you dissing people dead homies, or you talking about what you gonna do to somebody else's block, or you talk about what y'all did, or any of this type of stuff going on in the songs, on the interviews, you know what I'm saying, whether it's alive, you know what I'm saying, and then, Melo Bucks, that's a female. So you put yourself in this position and you gonna get treated like the same way any other is because you rap about it and you talk about it. So you gonna have to be about it too, you know what I'm saying? And then when you get that type of celebrity status, when you either semi-celebrity or even full-fledged celebrity, you still gotta move accordingly, you know what I'm saying? You think because you had about 20 minutes in there that it was gonna be fine and dandy. That's why people don't be understanding. People feel like when they got security around them, that it make them look weak. They can rap about it in their song, yeah, and I don't have security with me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you got that type of status and you doing a big event where people finna see it, people to see it that don't pose, you know what I'm saying? It's an album release party, so I know that y'all promoted it and everything. Why was the security beefed up? You know what I'm saying? Y'all allow these people to come through there and shoot 18 people. 18 people done got shot. You know what I'm saying? I heard it was a couple of dudes who know every up and that, all type of stuff. And it's
So the reports and everything that they've confirmed themselves has said that 18 people got shot, and there's still people right now who are in critical condition. So there might be a chance there might be more casualties, which we hope not. You know what I'm saying? But 2 men and 2 women were killed. Allegedly, one of the men killed was her boyfriend, and another guy was the brother of him. Now, the whole thing took place because they were leaving the event. So the Artist Lounge, it actually closed at 11:30. They were letting them out, you know what I'm saying, after they had a private event, you know, that the mixtape release. So as they're vacating the building and hanging out is when the shooters pulled up. But they had been on social media promoting the event. People were going live. It seemed like they were completely dropping their guards, I should say, in this situation. Is that how you take it?
They was. That's what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? You posted, you going live. So when you go live, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If I'm from Chicago and I see you on live, I'm going to know exactly where you at. I'm going to know exactly where you at because you be in Chicago for so long and you been on plenty of blocks and you done rolled past plenty of blocks. Like, if I see the Artist Lounge, I know where you at. So this would be my perfect opportunity to slide through and do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's like y'all was promoting it and stuff like that. Y'all supposed to have security beefed up out there. I don't care how tough people think they is. Ain't nobody exempt from catching a bullet. You feel me? So it's like, I feel like that situation could have been handled you know what I'm saying, better. If the security would have been beefed up and stuff, maybe all them people wouldn't have got shot out there like that. But ain't no telling with security, you know what I'm saying? Some shooting probably would have still went down, but it wouldn't have been as much, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't have been as much, like 18 people, 4 dead. Like, nah, it would have been that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta carry yourself like you a celebrity, not just no, I'm a celebrity in the hood type. You know what I'm saying? Like, you the breadwinner, you the money. Feel me? Like, the whole purpose is to try to make it up out the current situation we in, not to go back. Feel me? So like, I ain't understand that situation. I think security could have been beefed up a little bit better.
I agree. Now, the city of Chicago, the media, first off, came out and they labeled this as a mass casualty event, which is huge. One hospital alone received 9 different people who were shot. So that kind of floods their already flooded emergency room. You got 9 people who are shot. They need emergency right now cares. You see what I'm saying? So this is a crazy situation for the whole city to take on, and that's why it took on national news. Now, Melo Bucks has been associated with Drench Gang and another group by the name of No Limit. Now, she's been associated with them. She shouted them out in her music. There's rumors about her being affiliated. We don't know that for a fact. But to be real, to have that whole situation play out to where there's actual people who are related to those groups at the event, like, what could they possibly be thinking? Is it a possibility that as an artist, they thought like, this is just what artists do. We drop a mixtape, we have a mixtape release party. You know what I mean?
No, I just think it's a cockiness that comes with Chicago dudes and females. You know what I'm saying? It's a cockiness, like, you know, ain't nobody finna come through here. We gonna tear this up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I believe it's just a cockiness. You know what I'm saying? People like, man, I don't need no security. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? We out here. I got the gang with me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody slide through hell. You know what I'm saying? They getting shot the whole time. Like, to be aware is to be alive. Fear. Like, it ain't about being scared. It's about being smart. Like, you're not scared because you got security around you. That make you scared because you got security around you? No, you ain't scared. You just ain't dumb neither. So I just wish they would have handled that better, man.
Now, this is the tricky part about this, Big Mike. Melo Bucks is a female. She's a woman. And she invited herself as a rapper into the drill rap scene, which is, I can't understand that. Like, as a female rapper, like, they really, really want female rappers to pop right now. Like, anytime somebody who's a female gets some decent amount of shine, they try to push her, man. They try hard, like the industry. Like, why add the drill rap aspect to it? You know, and I know you're you're making an educated guess here, but what, like, is it just because, Chicago, that's what it is? Like, why invite that level of violence when okay, Dritch Gang, No Limit, they got open wars right now with people, period. You know what I'm saying? It's well publicized,
It is more so of that's just who she is. You know what I'm saying? That's what her surroundings is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, you know what I'm saying? She grew up in Iraq. So this, like, when you in Chicago for so long, it's like, this all you know. And of course, you know what I'm saying, you really ain't gonna hear no Chicago rappers coming out rapping about anything else except drill. You know what I'm saying? Now, you might have a few that might start to think outside the box and venture out to rapping about other stuff, maybe money, cars, clothes, or, you know what I'm saying, females, or, you know what I'm saying, just anything other than, you know what I'm saying, it's always about, you know what I'm saying, we'd have stood over somebody or something like that. Anything other than that. But I think she just, you know what I'm saying, she a product of her surroundings. That's all that is.
Nah, that makes sense because the same could be said about, say, like 90s gangsters rap. There was a bunch of women who came out who were 90s gangster rappers. You had Lady of Rage. You had, one of the biggest songs, Pyru Love. There was like one of everybody's favorite verses was a rapper on there. And I can't remember her name at this time, but like, it seems to go like, if that's where the culture is going as far as rap, you're always going to have some female and some, female rappers who join in on that, and some become very successful.
They do. She can rock. She can rock. She good at it. At the same time, you got to remove yourself from those situations so things like that won't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because now that you done just lost loved ones, it's finna stain now. Like, you finna feel it now, and you finna understand it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this what come with living in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And being a gangster rapper, a drill rapper. So like, she put herself in this position. You know what I'm saying? She got to deal with everything that come with it. But I'm pretty sure, like, after this incident, she'll get smarter and more wiser. And understand, like, you know what I'm saying, when I throw stuff like that to protect the people that's around me, even if it ain't about you. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't about protecting yourself, but you gotta protect the people that's around you. You know what I'm saying? Because you might one day hire your OG with you, or, you know what I'm saying, your brother with you or something like that. It's about protecting the ones that's around you. And if you can't do that, then, you know what I'm saying, that's a problem.
That's, man, well said. Well said. Nah. You hit the nail on the head with that. Now, before we close out this topic, I wanted to talk about YFG Fatso. Now, it looks like he took to social media, was immediately dissing with a lot of other people. And then also on top of that, there was videos that were leaked of the alleged drive-by shooting in the situation. Now, as somebody who's closely connected to drill rap, you've seen all the ups and downs, the in and outs, the biggest names to the King Vons, to your brother Wooski, to yourself dropping successful music. How, as a drill rapper, can you operate in music and still be able to stay safe with all these factors? You got the people who are just licking their chops, waiting for you to slip up so they could do something to you or whatever. Then you have the ops who are going to be dissing as soon as something happens to your crew, so you're going to have hard feelings about that. Then you have to deal with, it's an industry. You got to try to be successful and do what artists do. Like, all these factors combined, how do you proceed as an artist in the drill movement and still be successful?
I mean, it is ways, you know what I'm saying? Sosa then did it, you know what I'm saying? Durk, you know what I'm saying, that did it, despite his circumstances at the moment. But, you know what I'm saying, Durk did it. I mean, it's not hard to rap about drill and still not, you know what I'm saying, being out there. Yeah, like, if I want to be successful as a rapper, I know I got to remove myself from my situation and put myself somewhere else in order for me to be able to take care of my family, friends, or any other loved ones that I may have. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you can, it's about how you move. You know what I'm saying? You got to move smarter. You, like, it's always the ones that's always yapping their mouth on the internet be the ones that be getting caught. Because, you know what I'm saying, you're doing a little bit too much woofing. You feel me? Like, you woofing a little bit too hard. You know what I'm saying? Then when somebody catch you, You know what I'm saying? I done seen plenty of videos where people who was talking crazy on the internet, they've been caught in traffic and they turned into whole females. You know what I'm saying? He went from a nigga to a female quick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's ways to do it. You just gotta move smarter, move different. You feel me? Like you doing the rapper for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You doing it because there's money in them all, and it's something that you like do. It's the way you can express yourself and how you live, or maybe how you used to live. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's ways to move smart as a rapper than steady just constantly being out there. You got dudes that's been in the rap game for a long time and they still here and they successful. You know what I'm saying? From the Jay-Z's to Scarfaces to Nas's, all them dudes. You feel me? So like, people done did it and they still here. Like.
That's true, but when you talk about drill rap, you're talking about a whole different atmosphere. You know what I mean? The atmosphere around drill rap is a little bit more aggressive to the streets. You know what I mean? We're a little bit more connected to the streets. So when you talk about drill, it adds another level or another layer that almost seems like a hindrance in ways, because you ought to be able to just go do meet and greets, regular meet and greets, and, you know, do those promotional things that people get paid their 5s and 10s and thousands for. But you can't do that because now you got to worry about the ops. You got to worry about this. You got to, who sees us here? Are we showing too much on the camera? Because Tay Capone did a video alive where he was just talking about this. He's a streamer, you know what I mean? And he basically was talking about how he knows guys who will sit online and look at people's Instagram lives from a page they just made up that has no name or anything, and just be looking to see what people are doing, looking to see where they at and stuff like that. He said, so you have that whole different level of people looking at you and not even scrutiny, actually looking for you and creating violent situations for you. Whereas opposed to where you look at the mainstream side of rap, you got your Kendrick Lamar's. He's in a beef with Drake, but you know, the worst thing that can happen to him, he go to Toronto, right? And something happened, and that's not going to happen. Then you have your Travis Scotts, right? Who, he doesn't have to worry about nothing. He just roll around freely. He can go to those meet and greets. He can do a pop-up at McDonald's, and then McDonald's pay him a big bag and all this. You see what I'm saying? It seems like it adds a whole nother level of concern that and worry and actual violence that isn't necessary. Do you feel that?
It do. And it definitely do. It comes with a lot of violence. You know what I'm saying? It's still, to me, it's like based off how you moving in the streets though. Like, you know what I'm saying? You one of the people who like to be seen all the time, and that's what you like doing. Like, I mean, go ahead, because, you know what I'm saying? There's something about Chicago drill rappers that always happen there. It's either they die or they gonna go to jail. You feel me? Especially they'll be like, yeah, especially the ones that's out there that's like always on the internet, talk about people dead, people's, all that type of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you asking for it anyway, so you gotta move, you know what I'm saying, better than the next. You gotta move like the president. Yeah. Like, y'all think when Durk was outside and stuff like that, y'all think he ain't had no security and stuff with? Like, he moved like a president.
Yeah, we saw the videos. Like when he would go to his own shows, his pop-up shows that he would have at these arenas, his security looked crazy. It looked like he'd have a couple white dudes with the vests, looked like Navy SEALs. Then he'd have cops. Then he'd have his homeboys. It was just like 3 different levels of security. The crazy twist about it is when you come up as a drill rapper and you come from that environment, it boosts you all the way to the top of rap authenticity and success. To where once you make it, you like up there, like your Durks, like your Chief Keefs and stuff, right? But do you think a big part of surviving is moving away? Because those are 2 people you name, but they both moved away. Durk went to Atlanta. Chief Keef went to LA. Chief Keef I just seen a video of him buying a Ferrari. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta remove yourself from your current situation to be able to be better with this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get up out of there. Like, yeah, that's where you from. And I understand some people be like, man, I ain't leaving my sick. But at the same time, you want to be successful, and this is what you rocking about, and you want to keep the people around you safe and fed and money in their pocket, then you're going to have to get up out of that.